Welcome to another bonus episode of the Queen's Table podcast. I'm your host, Marissa J, and today it's going to be a long-ass episode. I'm just going to go ahead and let you know right now, it's going to be a long-ass episode. So download it if you don't have the time, okay? We're going to be talking more about China and Russia, a little bit less about India. I just wanted to kind of clear a couple of things up on the whole Russia situation and a few things on the whole China situation, just so you can get like a better understanding of what is going on. If you want to hear that part, if you want to skip over all of these current events that I'm about to get into, check out the description box. I'll have a timestamp of right when I get into talking about Russia and China and all of that. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get into some of these things that I wanted to talk about. I actually have notes. I just was on the wrong page. So now I'm just kind of sort of stalling. Hey, like Russia. So Drake's interview with Charlemagne the God. Drake's interview with Charlemagne the God. Why did I just say that? Because I didn't. Sorry. I wrote down the wrong thing in the wrong places. I'm sorry. It's not Drake's interview. It's Travis Scott's interview with Charlemagne the God, the whole Astro World thing. Okay, so here's my take on it. His apology video, when he kept rubbing his forehead every time that he said, oh my God, I'm just so sorry. Oh my God. And everybody's like, he doesn't know how to talk. And it's just like, okay. So then he does the interview and he's like, oh my God. And he keeps rubbing his knee and shit. And oh my God, but the families don't. And he didn't seem that articulate when it came to questions about Astroworld. But everything else, he was talking just fine. I thought y'all said that he couldn't read too good and he was slow. I thought y'all said that. He's not, because he's not. He articulated himself very well to the questions that didn't have nothing to do with dead babies. But anyways, I digress. We're moving on from that. I don't believe him. I'm sorry, I don't believe him. Listen, I don't know the man. I don't know him. I can only go based off of what's being put out there. And I'm sorry, but that's just not a very... If he was my kid and this was an interview on whether or not my child stole the cookies from the cookie jar and he was acting like that, get up for your ass whooping, because you definitely stole them cookies from the cookie jar. I'm sorry, I don't believe you. Travis. You could have very good intentions and that's fine and great and dandy and whatnot, but your best bet is to just keep your mouth closed until all of these lawsuits are done and over with, because all you did with that interview is just piss all those families off. So I don't really know what to tell you. Moving on, WandaVision. I can't believe I wrote this down. Okay, so WandaVision is the perfect example of white woman depression. What? I did. I said that. Oh my God, I said it. If you haven't seen WandaVision on Disney Plus, I highly recommend that you go and check that out. I really liked it. I like all of the Disney shows that they kind of spun off from these, from the MCU, WandaVision and Loki and What If and Captain America and Winter Soldier. Hawkeye is out right now. That is the hint. Okay, so listen, I like the shows. Great production, great acting, wonderful plotline. I don't really know. If Wanda was a black woman, would she be given all of this leeway? She completely brainwashed an entire community of people, men, women, and children alike. Okay? Trapped them within their own minds, forced to live out her fantasy, and she doesn't get punished for it. She literally was walking out like, they just don't know how I would feel inside. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now, Karen? Cereal, Are you Rice Krispies and Trix, bitch? Like, come on. Come on. She's a little bit sad because her boyfriend was killed in front of her. And so now that gives her the license to go and act a fucking All right. All right. We can get into that a little more on another episode if y'all want to. But I said what I said. Moving on. Toby and Fat's love story. So, Toby and Fat, the rap couple. Okay, I like them. I like the music. I like their energy together. I like them. Now, about 4 years ago, they did this 5-part series on their love story and like how they met and blah, blah, blah. Super long story short, like definitely go and check it out. Definitely go and check it out. I think I'm going to I'll try to put at least one link to one of the videos in the description. If I can find like a whole one, I'll definitely do that in the description of this podcast. But long story short, he was not feeling her at all. She was definitely feeling him. He tried any and everything to let her know that he is not interested. She kept pursuing him anyway. And then finally he was like, well, maybe one day I'll love her as much as she loves me. So I'm just going to give it a go. And as it turns out, it works out. Now, to their credit, they did say, hey, don't do shit like that. Don't do that. It just so happened that it worked out well enough for the both of us, but that's not the way to go about things. Everybody's talking about this whole love story like, oh my God, this is so toxic. Because like at one point she had said something like, he just wasn't ready for a relationship, and he interrupts her and is like, no, I was ready for a relationship. I just didn't want a relationship with you. You feel me? So here's the thing. Unpopular opinion time. Y'all really want black men to be honest until they're honest. And then as soon as they're honest, see, even Bella got something to say. Did y'all hear that? Even Bella got something to say. Bella over here, she know. You know, don't you, girl? Bella, my mama's dog. Anyway, y'all really want black men to be honest until they're honest. And as soon as they are honest, you got something to say about it. He's telling you exactly how, like, this ain't no different from any other love story that y'all are watching, two people play out or talk about. I really haven't. I don't know if this is like a thing that people do on YouTube or whatever. I don't really know, but this is the first time I've ever seen anything like this. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he's being honest about where he's coming from, and now everybody got something to say. Now he's toxic because he's being honest. Why are you feeling sorry for her? You sitting up here, oh, this is toxic. You should run from a relationship like this and blah, 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 and this, that, and the third. Why are you feeling sorry for her? She put herself in the position to potentially be used by this man. If she's 100% okay with it, why the fuck come you ain't? If that's not something that you would do, then cool, that's not something that you would do. But don't sit up here and call it toxic and struggle love. It's what works for them. They are happily married. They are making money. They are creating legacies. Leave them alone. So what? You don't like what they have. Not everybody likes what Will and Jada have, but it works for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would say the same exact fucking thing. If she was that hard up, if she was really suffering in that, she would get out. She'd get out. They straight up said, don't go about your relationships like this. This is not the way to do shit. They straight up said it. So anything short of that, like, why is it such a big deal to you? Why are you freaking out? Guys, let them live. Just let them live. I don't care. You can say it's an unpopular opinion, whatever. I don't really care. I said what I said. Leave Toby and Fat alone. They great. Joel Osteen had money. Are you surprised? Are you really surprised? Come on. It's fucking Joel Osteen. Of course he got money hidden in the bathroom. Duh. Duh. Okay, duh. Black China flips out on Jennifer. Oh my God. This whole situation. So Black China, once upon a time, Black China decided that she was going to invite a bunch of people over to her house to do some booger sugar and a party. And this dude, I don't know how many dudes was with this gal, but it was one that was recording. So this dude decides that it's going to be great to bring Jennifer. That's the girl name. That's her name. Her name, Jennifer. I'm not being mean. So he decides that he's going to bring Jennifer along to Black China's penthouse to do some booger sugar and the party. So this boy has a camera and it starts off him on the elevator. He talking big mad shit. He's got the camera on this other girl. The girl knocks on the door. China, open the door. So I don't know. Somebody opened up the door. They run in, get the little girl Jennifer out, and they leave. Jennifer is distraught. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Okay, that's Jennifer the whole fucking time. If Jennifer was acting a fraction like that around Black China, then yeah, Black China gonna flip the fuck out on her. Now, apparently, allegedly, what was said or done or whatever was Black China flipped the fuck out, kicked half of the people out the room. Dude with the camera was one of the people that got kicked out of the room. Jennifer was the one that stayed. Apparently, Black China told her that if she don't shut the fuck up, she's gonna beat the fuck out of her. So if she was acting like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. If she was acting like that around Black China, first of all, no. We're gonna go into it because Homeboy was sitting here saying, she kept saying, I'm so sorry. Homeboy was saying, it's not your fault, Jennifer. It's not your fault. She's crazy. She's on that powder. She's crazy, Jennifer. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, Jennifer. Then Jennifer says, she's just so mean. And then he's trying to console her or whatever. And it's funny because he's like, yeah, you're gonna kidnap my friend and just gonna leave her in there and berate her the way that you did, blah, blah, blah. BT Dubs, he's not talking to anybody. Black China is nowhere around. Okay, but he's sitting here talking all this big shit on the camera. But then I'm sitting here thinking, well, wait a minute, nigga. If that's your friend, why were you on the other side of the door? When she kicked everybody out, why the fuck didn't you say, Jennifer, let's go? Come on, Jennifer, we're leaving. You just left her in there. Okay, well. All right. But going back to it, what I was going to say, first of all, I'm going to make this the last note, and then we're going to move on from this. Why in the hell would this man think that going to Black China's house to do some booger sugar was going to end up being a great night for everybody involved, especially Jennifer? Y'all, you thought that was a good idea. You thought it was a good idea to bring Jennifer along to Black China's house to do some booger sugar. Okay. I put a line through this because I guess I didn't. I was like, fuck this. I don't want to talk about this. But I am going to mention it because fuck it. So, DJ Academics on the Fresh and Fit podcast, which the Fresh and Fit podcast is already on some shit because they tried to get Evan Preach on some copyright shit, but it ended up backfiring, and now YouTube is telling Fresh and Fit, well, if you can't figure out like what they supposedly copyrighted, then we're gonna take your channel down. So I think that's fucking hilarious. But Fresh and Fit podcast had a woman on. DJ Academics got real fucking, just real seasoned with her. Very, very seasoned with her. And she pulled the blickety on him and he got scared. This man has been called a punk ass bitch to his face. To his fucking face by whole ass niggas. He had nothing to say about that. But as soon as a woman gets around, he want to put on his big boy pants and act like he's Mr. Billy Badass. But then she pulled the blickety on him and he was like, oh, I'm sorry. I forgot who I was. I'm sorry. I forgot who I was. Fuck DJ Academics. I don't care. I said it. Fuck him. Fuck the Fresh and Fit podcast. I really don't give a fuck. Moving on. Last thing before we get into what we was supposed to be getting into. The whole China and Russia situation. Jussie Smollett found guilty. So the whole, remember that time when we were talking about this the last time when I said something about, okay. So remember that time I was talking to y'all and I said, oh, in the middle of what I was talking about and then it just cut off. Like a lot has happened since then. Time travel. It's like a whole 24 hours later. A lot happened. A whole lot has happened. And I had meant to get this out yesterday, but I couldn't. So it's a thing. Listen, that's just the universe's way of saying, hey, we're done talking about just Juicy. We're done speaking on Juicy's name. So we're just going to be done about it. Y'all read the news. Y'all read the fucking news. So here go the episode, y'all. Bye. Okay. So let's get into explaining this whole Russia debacle. So, to understand the whole Russia and Crimea and Ukraine business, you got to understand all the shit that's led up to it. And I kind of like briefly went over some of that stuff in the first bonus, but I'm going to go a little bit more in depth with it. So, here we go. So the EU, the European Union, it started after World War II to kind of push back on the Soviet Union. And that's kind of when like NATO started as well. So like when NATO was like later, but like basically what NATO is, it started off with like 12 countries, right? Well, no, the European Union did, but then it branched off into NATO. Basically, it's the same fucking thing, okay? Here's the thing. NATO is like this group of countries from all around the world. And if you're in this exclusive club called NATO, the National Alliance Treaty Organization, if you're in this super exclusive club, then part of your membership is that you benefit from Article 5. What Article 5 states is that if anybody fucks with you, everybody else gonna fuck with them. So like if you're part of NATO, then can't nobody really fuck with you. They're supposed to help you provide stability within your country. Like if there's like a lot of debt, if you're having economical issues and whatnot, they'll come and help. Keep that in mind. That's what they're supposed to do. Other than that, the actual functions of NATO, it's not clear. It isn't clear. Neither with the EU, the European Union, which that's what Brexit was all about. But that's another episode for another day. We're not going to get into that. So basically, yeah, we don't really know exactly what the fuck they do. They just say, oh yeah, we got your back if some shit hits the fan. That's what they supposed to do. Anyway, so not Russia, but the Soviet Union's response to NATO back in the day was the Warsaw Pact. Okay, so most of the other countries outside of Russia that was part of the Soviet Union, they were in this Warsaw Pact. As time went on, NATO grew. It grew from just a handful of countries to I think it's up to 28 countries now. And little by little, the countries that were formerly part of the Soviet Union started to enter NATO. So they're like, okay, we want this, this European, this westernized protection. And Russia's just like, hell no. So it's this whole big fucking thing, right? So, okay, so trust me, I'm tying all of this together. I promise I am. But y'all remember way back in the day when Germany was split up into two sections. It was East Germany and West Germany. And there was a big ass fucking wall. And back in the 80s, that wall fell, okay, which symbolized the unification of Germany. And a couple of years later, the Soviet Union fell. So, okay. So back in the day when the Soviet Union had control of shit, they had control of East Berlin and East Ukraine. The EU, the European Union, had control of West Berlin and West Ukraine. Okay? So West Berlin, West Ukraine, that was full of democracy and blah, 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 this, that, and the third. And the other side was more communistic. That side wasn't being ran pretty well. So it looked like two different worlds. Okay? It just looked like two completely different worlds at that point. But see, the difference between Ukraine and Germany is that after the Berlin Wall fell, Germany almost instantaneously unified. You know what I'm saying? It was just like they denounced communism and they're like, okay, we're one people. So, we're going to be on board together with this. Over in Ukraine, they did not unify. They wanted to stay separate. Even to this day, Russia is still providing a lot of shit to Eastern Ukraine. Eastern Ukraine is still majorly is that a word? It is today. They're way more communistic than Western Ukraine. Western Ukraine wants to do their own thing, not necessarily separate. They want, all of Ukraine to do the same shit, but they're more democratic. And so they're like, hey, Western countries, help us. And everybody's just like, we're on the fence about it. So the issue becomes, let the Ukraine into NATO. But seeing as how Ukraine is already divided amongst themselves the way that they are, if you hear stuff in the background, that's Bella. I'm sorry. Bella won't be quiet. And now she's quiet because she hear her name. Anyways, so yeah, they don't want to be in NATO. The majority of Ukraine does not want to be a part of NATO. They're like, listen, We just want to be left the fuck alone. We don't want to be part of your gang. We don't want to be part of your gang. We are our own gang and we are just not violent. So can you just leave us alone? Now, US, you're supposed to be our allies, so help us out. But all we're doing is sending over like really, really small guns and like teeny tiny artillery. There's a strategy to that. If we start sending over tanks and missiles and all kinds of shit over there, then Putin's going to get real upset. And then he's going to puff his chest out like he likes to do and send over all of his peoples. And then it really will be some problems. So it's just like, okay, we're just going to send over enough to keep you guys quiet just so y'all can say we didn't give y'all nothing. But it's not really going to be a whole lot to help you out. So we're pretty much strong arming them into joining NATO. Russia is strong arming them to not join NATO. Russia finna take Ukraine. I'm telling you this right here, right now. You heard it first on the Queen's Table podcast. Russia is trying to take the Ukraine. And I believe that they will. They'll be ready for it by like February. Bet 5. Send me your Cash App. Bet 5. They'll be ready to go ahead and do what they need to do and take Ukraine by February. Watch. They will. If not sooner. So, the thing about it is this. It's not just that the Ukraine is divided into two separate parts that they don't want to join NATO. It's a lot of other factors too. When you become a part of NATO, that you're basically saying yes to democracy. And even the people that aren't affiliated with the old school, the old fashioned Soviet Ukraine, you know what I'm saying? Even people that aren't affiliated with that, they kind of don't really want the motherfuckers in there. You know what I'm saying? They're like, we're on the fence about it. On paper, democracy looks great. On paper. But you look at countries like Greece, Greece was one of the first the people to join NATO. So you look at places like Greece that joined in with this, hold it down for you all day, every day gang. And what happened? Do y'all remember that their whole ass economy collapsed? They are in dire straits right now. Dire straits right now. It's ridiculous. They don't have a leg to stand on, No. They don't have a leg to stand on, a pot to piss in, or a window to throw it out of. So, you look at these countries that aren't a part of NATO and they're like, yeah, but y'all let your homeboy Greece just fall down. Like, just completely fall the fuck down. Isn't this what you're supposed to do? And then NATO come back, well, if you look at this article and that article, and under this paragraph, it says that contingent upon, listen, stop the bullshit. Stop the bullshit. They don't want to join because they're not clear. No one is clear on what the fuck NATO actually does. So then that begs the question, what do you actually do? Because NATO been around for a minute, but there's been a whole lot of genocides and a whole lot of land grabs and a whole lot of coups. There's been a lot of fuck shit going on. So like, really, what are you there for? What does this mean? So no, Ukraine doesn't want to have anything to do with any type of pacts. They just said, listen, We made a pact with America. We're not asking any other countries to come and help us out. Half of y'all too broke to help us out any fucking way. We just want America to hold up their end of the bargain. They said that they got our back if shit hits the fan. We don't need the whole crew. We just need nosy ass America to come down with your shit and with your shit, because all y'all other countries got hands in all different kinds of pots and we don't want nothing to do with it. We don't know what y'all doing. And it's going to end up real bad for the rest of us in the long run if we just blindly accept your little gang. We just want America to do what they said they was finna do. But of course, America always is looking at different angles. Well, if we do this, then we can get that. And if we can get that, then we can do this. They're looking at Ukraine like, because listen, the Ukraine is the crown jewel, was the crown jewel of the Soviet Union. Okay. And they want that shit back. They want that shit back. They may not be ready to take it right now. They may not be over there flexing because they're ready to pounce right now. Okay? But they will be soon. Very soon. And I really feel as though, I would say no matter what they do, Ukraine's kind of fucked. But I mean, really, I feel as though as long as they don't enter into NATO, then they should be all right. They should be good. Putin will be like, you know what? Okay, like as long, you don't have to be a part of our gang, but as long as you're not a part of theirs, you're good. I think that that's what's going on. Some of the people over there acting real democratic. And I think that's the reason why he's, out there flexing the way that he is. But he's ready to put it down. He's ready to put some shit down. Thing about it is this, I know that nobody wants a war. Okay, nobody wants to go to war. All right, not even Putin. He doesn't want to go to war. Nobody does. But Russia is in a much better off position going to war in order to take Ukraine than we are to defend it. We already have our own fucking problems. Okay? We've got a lot of problems. Adding another war, especially when we just got out of a 20-year war, we're going to go right back into another one? No, the Biden administration does not want those types of problems, which is why I feel like bye-bye Ukraine. We're not gonna do anything. We're not gonna do anything. What can we do? There's nothing that we can do at this point. If they want to take Ukraine, they can go ahead and take it. All of these, silly ass sanctions and this, that, and the third. Like, come on. Come on, guys. Come on. One of the things that the sanctions that Biden was saying that he was going to put on Russia was that we're not going to buy or have anything to do with production that came from Uyghur concentration camps. So they got these Uyghurs. Okay, so this is part of China, by the way. No, we're not talking about Russia. But there's more than just Uyghurs in there. But like the whole genocide thing, because I got no question about that. What are they doing to, commit genocide? Because if they commit genocide, then they should be brought up on war crimes, like right now, and this, that, and the third. Here's the thing. They found ways around it. Remember I told you last episode, I said folks just learn how to be more sneaky about their shit. Well, they got real fucking sneaky. So how they do it now is forced abortions, forced hysterectomies, okay, and sterilization. of Uyghur women and men. That's how they're doing it. And it's like, okay, so since they're not outright killing people, is it still genocide? Well, yeah, you're stopping the creation of them. I mean, like, why does this have to be such a great, big, huge debate? It doesn't matter how they're committing genocide. The fact that they are committing genocide is a fucking problem. But so America says, okay, well, we're not going to participate in any, anything that y'all got going on if you're using basically slave labor to do it. Well, that includes every major company that you can think of. Sephora, Walmart. I mean, like, legitimately look this shit up. Do your Googles. We won't be able to get anything. Everything. See, that's why China is so fucking smart. They made not just America, but the world practically dependent on their products. And now you're saying, oh, okay, well, we're not gonna fuck with y'all and the products that y'all make if y'all keep on doing this shit. Oh, they gonna keep on doing this shit. They're gonna be like, okay, we might suffer for a month or two, but either you'll be back or, and if we end up putting sanctions on them, if we end up putting sanctions on China, I can't remember if I ever even segued from Russia to China. Pause, stop, sorry. I apologize if I didn't. Again, no notes. We freeballing it here, okay? We freeballing it here. But anyway, it's just if we end up putting these sanctions on China, and then imagine if we put sanctions on China and Russia at the same time. We're essentially cutting ourselves off from basically everything that we fucking need. You really think that Saudi Arabia is going to take over the production that we'll lose from fucking China? You think it's gonna be Saudi Arabia? Do you think it's gonna be Italy? Do you think it's gonna be South Africa? You think it's gonna be Libya? You think it's gonna be Senegal? It's not. It's not. I promise you it isn't. I promise you it isn't. So this is and then India over here, we still haven't even touched on India yet. Listen, I guess stay tuned for part 3. Oh no, this is a mess, and this is a lot. This is a lot. This is a whole lot. There's a lot of fuck shit going on. So I guess just be prepared for it. Make sure that y'all start stocking up on shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a water drinker, make sure you got a good filter. You know what I'm saying? Or if you buy bottles of water, every time that you go and buy one case, buy an extra case. Set that to the side. Just set it to the side. Buy some extra toilet paper because folks out here be wilding and stealing all the toilet paper. So get you some toilet paper or get you a hookup on some toilet paper. If you're in Middle Tennessee, in the Rutherford County area, know that these people are not a sponsor or anything like that. I don't work for these people. I don't know these people from the hill of beans, but Todd's Janitorial Services, I used to have to go and pick up supplies from there a lot. They got the shits. So if you run out of some shit, Todd's Janitorial. And don't tell them I sent you because they don't know who the fuck I am. Stock up on canned goods. Get you a Jenny. Oh, get you a generator. And if you are anti-2A, girl, you better find a katana sword or some motherfucking shit. You better chop the arms off of some motherfucking body and call yourself Michonne and call it a day. Cause honey, it's coming. It's coming. And stay cute, I guess. Stay cute. Learn how to live without makeup, because if we end up putting sanctions on China, Sephora is gone. It's gone. It's gone. Everything from Sephora is from China. Everything. Everything. Fuck Walmart. Sephora, baby. Everything. So, I don't know what to tell you. That's it for part, I guess, 2. Stick around for part 3. Make sure that you're subscribed, because I don't know if there might be a part 4 or 5. I really don't know what the fuck is going on. I really don't, because all of this is happening like in real time. A lot of this shit is happening, you know, and it's, I don't know. It's all up in the air. I do know this. Y'all better buy a fucking generator. That's it. Bye.